YouTube family, what's good? It's your boy Trev CN, and yes, I am here with another video, man. I haven't put up a video in a while, I'm busy doing a lot of other things. I think it's been like a month since I sat down and recorded, but we here now, so it's all good. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Welcome, kick your feet up, take your jacket off, stay a little while. Actually, like all my videos right now before we even finish this one and subscribe to my channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. We here. You see the title. Today I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of being a male nurse. Obviously, this is something that I get all the time. People ask me about how is it being a nurse? How is it working with a lot of females? Like, why'd you want to become a nurse as a male? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to get into it. It's been a burning question, and I'm pretty sure any male nurse out there in the States, they've gotten this inquiry more than a dozen times. So, I'm just going to address it. Before I get into it, you know what you got to do. Do I even got to tell you? Like this video and subscribe to the channel, all right? Let's get into it. So, to start, let's talk numbers. When I was in nursing school, I did like a little project for one of my classes. It wasn't like a core class like med-surg or pharm, something like that. It was one of these other classes. I can't remember which one it was. But I think we addressed, like the gender differences in nursing. And at the time, this is 2016 or 2017. I believe the percentage of male nurses was 8.8%. It was almost near 9%. And before I made this video, I just rechecked it again, obviously, because I'm about to touch on this topic, right? And I checked, and according to the U.S. Bureau, we're at 12%. So men are coming to the field. Ladies, we're coming. Ladies, we are coming. You understand what I'm saying? And guys, it's about time, man. Keep coming. Come on, man. Walk through that door. Don't be shy. The ladies want us, man. The women want us here, so I don't know what's been taking so long, but I mean, it's nice to see that in 3 years we've gone up 3%, and that's an exponential rate, and I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going because men are starting to see, like, this is a great field to be in, like, financially it's good, and it's also fulfilling. You're taking care of people, you're saving lives. Like, why wouldn't you want to become a nurse? You understand? So that's what I'm going to start out with right there. We are growing. The numbers are going up. I'm seeing it myself, like on my unit. I think it's probably like, just on my shift alone, just night shift, I think there's like 5 or 6 guys. So, we're coming. You understand? So, con number one, when it comes to being a male nurse is a lot of people feel like you became a nurse because you couldn't make it as a doctor. I actually made a video talking about why I chose to become a nurse instead of a doctor, so I'm not going to talk too much about that here. But yeah, like, patients, coworkers, even family members, it's like, oh, did you become a nurse because you couldn't make it through med school? And no, that's not the case. You understand? Like, I don't know why people think that. It's two completely different specialties. So I don't know why people think that you chose one over the other because you couldn't do it. But no, that's something that's like a little annoying, but like, you can obviously get over that, So another negative is, I don't know how I say this because it's like, you kind of do want to help out, and certain things you don't want like the women on the unit to have. Because I work with a lot of women that are like, they're like small in stature. It's like 5'2", 5'3", petite, So you kind of want to be there for them anyway. But as a male nurse, you're gonna get the tougher patient assignments. It's just what it is. It happens to me all the time. It's like certain charge nurses. It's like they see a person who, let's say somebody who's combative, let's say a psych patient who's combative, or somebody who's aggressive, or a patient who's like, uses a lot of profanity, or like, I don't know, the way they act with the women isn't really appropriate. So just people who are just like psychosocial wise tougher, or literally just tougher and like, with their physicality, the woman might not be able to take them as easy as you, so you're getting those patients. So, I guess that's a con, because it's just like, if you're on and you're like, you see a patient check in, like I might see a patient check in and I see what they're here for, or I look at them physically, I'm like, I know I'm getting this one. Or they come in, it's a lot of rah, 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 like they're coming in there, they come into the the ED and they're turning up, they're cursing at people, things like that, and it's like, yeah, I know I'm about to get this for you, you know. So I mean, it's a negative, but at the same time, it's cool because I actually like care about the girls that I work with. So it's like if it's some guy coming in there cursing up a storm, turning up, you know, kind of almost being like to the point where you're thinking they might become violent or something like that. It's like, you know what? I'll take it anyway. You know, let me take care of this because I wouldn't want them to have to go through that anyway. So it's a negative, but at the same time, it's like it's cool. I'm cool with it. It's whatever. Another con is you being used for muscle, fellas. Even if you don't have muscle, the fact that you're a male, you're gonna be used for muscle. You could be like in my unit, right? There's like 2 separate nursing stations. And sometimes I like to sit in like the back one because it's just like, I don't know, I don't really care for a lot of stuff that, you know, my coworkers be talking about. I love them to death, but sometimes I don't care about what they're talking about. So it's just like, I just like to sit in the back, do my thing. It's like certain patients will come in and it's like, oh, Trevor, can you help me with this patient? Can you help me turn this patient? Can you help me get this patient in the bed? Can you help me do this? Oh, I need your muscle, da 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 da. So it's just like, again, it's a con, but at the same time, it's like I'm cool with it because I know, like, what is, I don't know, Mary, who's 5'3" and 140 pounds, gonna do with a patient who's 300 pounds? Like, obviously, like, we a team, so it's cool. I'm a team player. It's fine. Like, I always say yes. I never say no. Yeah, and men, you should always say yes. Like, you know, like I said, it's a little annoying. You understand what I'm saying? But like, it's a team sport. It's just like basketball, football. Like, if you know that one of your teammates has a little weakness and you're strong there, go ahead and help. You understand? But I always make this joke that male nurses need to get a muscle differential because it's just like we all getting paid the same and I'm using my physicality, especially me. It's like, you know, like it's well known amongst my coworkers that I worked out, things like that. I post a video, so it's always like, oh, well, you need your muscle here, we need your muscle there. So, you know, but again, I'm cool with it. But you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that regardless. You could be overweight. The lady's gonna come to you and say, "Oh, I need your muscle." Like I seen it happen with like my other coworkers, you know. So it is what it is. My last con is working with so many women. So this could be a pro and a con. You understand what I'm saying? And I have it as both. So I have it as a con with the women when it comes to like, you know, the social wise. Like, you know, naturally you would think, oh man, working with a whole bunch of like young, beautiful women is great, you know, but like, first things first, I don't come to work for that. You understand? I try to keep it real cool at work, keep it professional, do my thing. I don't try to, you know, be messy at all. I try to keep it chill. You understand? But when it comes to the main confidence is like just hearing what they're talking about all shift. This goes back to what I was saying when I'm like the 2 nurses station. It's just like, yo, that gets kind of annoying, man. It's like, just like conversation amongst women is so different with conversation amongst men. And it's like you're there for 12 hours. And if you're in the main nursing station, like, I don't know about everybody's unit is constructed differently, but my unit, the main nursing station, literally, this is one seat right here. I could probably say this is one seat right here where my left hand is. The next seat is right here. So we have like this much space. And it's just like 6 computers. And then behind you there's like 6 more computers. And it's like the proximity is so close to each other. And like the stuff that the women be talking about, it be killing me, man. It be like, I'm not trying to hear about that. Like literally, they will sit there, like one of them would, let's say somebody's about to get married. They will sit there for 2 hours and talk about the dress they about to get. Like, oh, this dress, that dress, this dress, that dress. Or they'll talk about how they're waiting for their boyfriend to propose. Or they're moving in and their boyfriend this and this and that. Or, oh my goodness, like, this surgeon is so cute. And it's just like, yo, bro, I don't care about none of this shit. It's like, it's cool for a little while, but like, imagine, especially me, like, I'm somebody that's like, I'm into like, you know, I'm into like the man's man stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'll talk about fitness. I'll talk about basketball, football. I'll talk about like, you know, I'll talk about stuff that guys be talking about, you know, cars, stuff like that, clothes. And it's just like to hear about cute men all day, or shift, or like, how this date went with this guy that you met off Hinge or something like that. I don't be trying to hear about that, man. Like, if it was like a 4 hours cool, 12 hours, I'm not really trying to hear about that. So that's like the annoying part. But again, like, it's not the end of the world. You understand what I'm saying? All right, now we're gonna get into the pros, man, or the positives. So pro number one is, I feel like male nurses, we tend to get more respect from providers and other staff, if that makes sense. So, like for instance, overnight, there's an X-ray tech that, he's well known for, like, being disrespectful. He lashes out for no reason. A lot of the women on my unit, there's just like, they hate to call for, like, because, like, especially during this time with COVID, patients, we're doing like chest X-rays around the clock. Chest X-ray, chest X-ray, chest X-ray. And then I work in a oncology hospital, so patients are always getting pneumonia. So it's like chest X-rays is like probably like the scan or like the imaging that we do the most. So it's like some of them hate to call up there for a chest X-ray or something like that, or a portable chest X-ray when they know he's working. They're like, oh man, like he's gonna yell at me or he's so rude. But when I call that guy, I don't get any of that. I don't get any of that. He's never disrespected me once, and I feel like it's almost like a you chill. You know who you're talking to. Like, I feel like, and it's not only me. I feel like a lot of guys experience that too, and also with providers. Like, you'll call a nocturnalist at night, and the way they talk to the girls won't be the same way they'll talk to me. It's like the respect is there. It's like, it's none of that disrespectful stuff. It's none of that coming at me sideways. That usually doesn't happen. So, I mean, it's not fair, but it is something that I've noticed that happens a lot with males. My second pro is, I feel like as a male nurse, right, it's actually easier to get a job. Believe it or not, I feel like it's easier to get a job. And why? Because, one, you're the minority. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if a unit has 20 girls, or 20 women I should say, and no males, and you apply to the job, there's a good chance just you being a male, especially in nursing, where physicality could be used, because it's like we're at the bedside. Unless, I mean, not every nurse at the bedside, but I'm just talking about with bedside nurses, like med-surg, emergency, ICU. Physicality is something that could be needed. It's crucial because you have to actually move people around. So I feel like, especially when I first got out of school, I was able to get a job faster than a lot of my female counterparts or classmates, due to the fact that I was a male, because these women were intelligent. My classmates were hella smart. I passed in 75 questions too, but so did they. And they had higher grades than me. Like, when I finished school, I had a 3.4. Some of these women that were my classmates, they had like 3.8s, 3.9s. Like, they were hella intelligent, but I got a job so fast. So I don't know what it was, but I feel like me being a male definitely played a part in it, because males are needed. It's like, they always want the male nurses. They always want the male nurses because it's something different. And we're useful, just for the fact that, I feel like, I don't know what the percentage wise is, but I know in America, a lot of people are obese. So if a lot of people are obese, then that means a lot of patients are obese. So you have to deal with these, like, literally heavy people. You understand what I'm saying? So men are useful when it comes to that. So I feel like that kind of plays a part of it. So that's a good thing for us. Another positive when it comes to being a male nurse is, I feel like the chances of you being liked is a lot higher. One, because you're working with all women. Women, like, I just feel like opposite sexes, like, when it comes to the opposite sex, we just tend to like, there's a higher chance of you liking the opposite sex than somebody who's the same sex for whatever reason. Like, the interaction between women sometimes is different than it is with like a woman to a man. So they see a man on the unit that's a nurse, let's say he's smart, he's strong, chances are they're gonna like you. There's not like, unless like you're just flat out lazy, or you're just like, you're not putting the work in, you're just a bad nurse, chances are you're gonna be liked on the unit. Like, I know a good amount of male nurses, and I feel like I could probably say with confidence 85 to 90% of them are liked, and this is like from various different hospitals. Like, all the male nurses I know, they're liked. Like, everyone likes them. Like the PCTs, environmentalists, doctors, other nurses, they just like for some reason. And I don't know like I said, I don't know why. There's no science behind it. There's no numbers behind it, but it just happens to be what it is. Like, it is what it is, and I experienced that myself. Like, I know I'm liked by everybody mostly. You know, at least on night shift. I don't know, other shifts, that's a whatever. We ain't gonna get into that. You understand what I'm saying? But on night shift, I'm pretty much liked by everybody. You know, and I like everybody else, so it's all good. You know. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, when you're a male, you come through, you coast, you do your thing. Yeah. All right, so for my last pro, I'm gonna end it off with working with women. Like I said earlier in the video, working with women could be both good and bad. So now I'm gonna end off with the good, because I love the women that I work with. And when it comes to working with women, women tend to be a lot more nurturing than men. You understand? And also, I feel like when you work with majority of men, men tend to be jealous and competitive if you're good. You understand? And that's just not with nursing. That's with anything. Like, you know, I think men are just built, like, we have a lot of testosterone. We're just built to want to be better than everybody else. So it's like, if somebody's better than you, it's like a lot of men don't like that. You understand? That's why you never see the guys at the top of wherever, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's their profession. The guys that are at the top never have all the friends. Never. Because men are just jealous like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, when you working with women, women are nurturing. Like, I know, especially as a new grad, like, it helped me a lot be working with certain women. Like, you know, it's like, if you make a mistake, it's like, nursing is high pressure sometimes, so you might deal with like attitude, things like that. But for the most part, it's, you don't understand something, they'll teach you. You understand? You don't feel like you're in competition with somebody. Like, it's like they're just there to help. You understand what I'm saying? And just like, you know, women got that thing about them. It's like, it's another one of those things where it's like, it's not a science behind it, but women just have that thing about them. Like, you know, women are mothers. Like, hello, like, they're able to, like, you know, take care of somebody and like be there and like be supportive. Like, they just got those, they got those, you know, I guess it's like what they call that, like women's intuition. I don't think that really correlates directly with this, but it's just like something about working with women. It's just nice to know that you got that support and you got like that nurturing factor there. So that's a big pro for me. I feel like even throughout nursing school, working with women helped me so much. Like, they're so helpful. It's just there. It's just, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now in my career if it wasn't for women. Like, to be honest, like, especially with nursing school, man. Like, all the women that helped me, I definitely could have done it by myself. That's why I always tell all my young boys that's in school, like, hey, get cool with these women, talk to them, get to know them, and then, you know, build friendship, build companionship with them, because there's nothing like having, like, you know, women around you that could help you, you know, like, you can't put a price on that. So yeah, y'all, that's the video, man. There it is. These are my personal pros and cons of being a male nurse. I'm missing some things, but like, I mean, I already spoke long enough. I'm not trying to be, you know, here rambling on and on and on. But that's probably like the vast majority of how I feel when it comes to the cons and pros of nursing. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it was of some value to you, please like and subscribe. And yeah, man, y'all stay cool till the next video, all right? Stay blessed, stay healthy.